Hey all, and welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum. We're done with Mount Battle for the time being, so let's head on back to Agate Village. And Flame, you have told me that this is a side quest part, is it not?
It is indeed. I'm going to be covering some optional parts of Pokémon Colosseum in both this part and the next one.
Okay.
And so we'll be seeing like a completely missable character toward the end of this part, but first we've got to report back to Egan, and I forget how to pronounce his wife's name. So we'll see them and let them know that everything's gone alright at Mount Battle first before we go deviating elsewhere.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it was like an emergency and whatnot. You gotta keep people informed. That's how you form good relationships, be it friendships, romantic, otherwise, you know. What am I fucking talking about? There's a load of bullshit.
Life lessons from Entom.
Yeah, don't take them. Don't take them. Ooh, EXP share!
Yeah, before we go anywhere else, we get the experience share, which is quite useful here. Not as useful as it is from Gen 6 onwards.
Yeah, I just remembered, like, they changed it for the better in Gen 6. Although people say, oh, it makes the game too easy. Look, alright, I got shit to do. I'm not just raising 2 Pokemon at once. I need all 6 on the reg getting that sweet EXP.
Exactly.
One day, Tom will learn to explain someone else's counter view without putting on a patronising voice for him, but not today.
That's fucking rich coming from you, Flame. I could go all up and down your Twitter and find shit slandering the other person's opinions.
I don't slander them, I just laugh a bit.
Well, to be fair, he is correct. Slander is spoken, in print it's libel.
Yes.
Yeah, and also I had studied this shit in college, and yet I still get it wrong because I know it's something you like to pick out at me for. So fuck you.
So we're going to Relic Forest next in the story, I guess. Is that part of the side quest, though?
No, the side quest is going to be a completely unrelated thing in Pirate Town. Going back to somewhere we went earlier, but we'll be meeting a different character.
Yes. The only hint that I will give is, I mean, it's in the title anyway, but I believe in miracles.
Fucking magnets, how do they work?
Jesus, what comes after part 14? We just don't know.
But whilst we're here, I've just noticed something that's actually quite interesting. So, Egan is a bit of a weird name, but his Japanese name was actually more normal. Because his Japanese name was Logan.
Okay.
And Blue, or Bella, or whatever the hell you want to pronounce it as, his wife, her Japanese name was Satsuma. Which not only does sound quite close to Satsuma, but I'm pretty sure that Satsuma is also a relatively normal Japanese name. So it sounds like basically they just decided to get really weird in the dub for calling characters things, because I mean also Rui, because from the looks of things her Japanese name was Mirai, which I'm pretty sure, well yeah, that is an actual person's name and has appeared in other video games and stuff, so that's they're all relatively normal Japanese names. It's just the English dub that is weird.
The point is, Duking only contacts us when there's an emergency, when we need to do something for him. That's not a good life lesson. This episode has been brought to you by the letters P-O-K-E-M-O-N. Oh yeah.
Pokemon!
Good old Gen 2 Pokerap. But yeah, basically what that was about is we got to the mystery base that we can't actually do anything with yet, but we got the email from Duking saying that a couple of Mirabeeps peons have kind of been caught. So, and then you can see, I've just noticed in the background there on the wall, you got the Team Snag'em guys on wanted posters.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how we haven't encountered them in the story thus far, besides the opening.
Yeah, well, like, they're mainly a backstory kind of, like, team at this point.
Okay.
You don't really get much from them until much later.
Oh, so it's like Team Skull and the Aether Foundation in Gen 7.
Sort of, like, that they're a subsidiary kind of team. They're not the main big bad, so just sort of there along for the ride, really.
Okay, I got you. Elevator going down. I've heard more cryptic clues. Yeah, let's take the key. Yeah, steal things from people when they're sleeping.
While her mate is watching.
Literally, right there.
Oh well, they get air conditioning and a really dingy cell, and they can see daylight. I would probably reinforce those bars. At least they have a guard watching, 24/7, if that.
Yeah, but that guard's the fucking useless guy who Kale managed to trick as soon as we arrived in Pirate Town the first time. Like, you could probably walk past him and he wouldn't notice anything wrong.
Yeah, I guess. I'm so disappointed in cops. I'm starting to lose faith in cops.
I thought you liked Spider-Man, though.
I do like Spider Cop. Part man, part spider, all cop.
Oh, Spider Cop's amazing and awful and brilliant.
Playthrough confirmed for 2019. No, you can't tell me otherwise, Flame.
No, I was just making a jab at Kotaku, but you actually took meaning from it, okay.
Oh, right. I'm not even gonna... I'll leave that for the playthrough. There is much discourse to pass. Let's focus on the mission at hand. What are we doing here again?
In the meantime, we're just sort of checking in on these guys, see whether they've heard anything, and they're mentioning the Under. That's like the next main story location we'll be going to. I'm just sort of checking in with how they're going on here. And that's what we were nicking the key for as well. That's how we'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Pluzzle's doing fine sitting in the box.
Let it battle a lot to get really strong. No, it's never going to go into a battle because it's going to die.
It's a support Pokemon. What future and competitive does it have unless it's like a 2-on-2 sort of battle affair?
I doubt it'll even be useful then. Like, even fucking Dakima on his CPU thing, he had better double battle strategy of, protect an earthquake.
Disappointed. I'm disappointed in you, Satoshi Tajiri. You specifically.
Yeah, fuck the guy who made these games that we love.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going back into this shithole. That elevator there is the way you go into the Under. We're not going to be doing that yet, but as force of habit, I went to have a look at it and ended up in a battle with her, which we don't need to do yet, but
Well, we have been going for 7 minutes without a battle, and I was starting to get a little bit of the shakes, so maybe this will help alleviate that.
Maybe. She's got a Vibrava, which is pretty cool. She's got a Fampi, which is also pretty cool. I seem to remember that being kind of fun in the anime.
Yeah, Donphan is where it's at, though. I'm talking to you, my brethren, who enjoy the first movie still.
The first film is a thing.
I'm sorry, what, Flame? That is actual sacrilege to Pokemon. Like, for all its flaws, Pokemon the first movie is an incredible piece of cinema.
Are you trying to fuck with me at this point, or are you seriously saying this? I don't know.
I'll throw a bone into this conversation, you can take it or not. The first movie I do like, but out of the first three, I feel Power of One is the best, but maybe subjectively 3 is the best. There's a reason they've put the first 3 on Blu-ray and not like anything after that so far.
Yeah, although part of me dies slightly because I will always have a slight love for Pokemon Forever and Pokemon Heroes.
Heroes is good, Forever's just a bit bland, really.
I haven't actually seen Forever. Like, I do have the Blu-ray for that, proving that you're wrong, that I need to get around to watching at some point.
Well,
because just throwing that out there. But I would say 2000's the best of the films. That's probably my favourite film in general, to be honest. I just really like that fucking film.
Okay.
I also would say a very close second is the Lucario film. I really like that one a lot.
Yeah, that one is quite good.
movie A, yeah, for sure. Lucario's debut, I believe.
In the anime, yes. I think it was the lead up to that film that was when he was first revealed, though. Because I remember all the magazine scans and that were flying around at the time. Because this was back in the era of me regularly checking Pokemon fan sites, so it just dug stuff up. Compared to nowadays when I see everything the second it happens on Twitter.
Yeah, those wonderful days of having to buy gaming magazines and whatnot and seeing your first images of, I don't know, May and Brendan, and that's a fucking weird flying animation of just sitting in the air. And then you saw Latios and Latias, and that really still watercolor-esque art that Sugimori used to do. I'm not really a huge fan of his art nowadays, where you stop showing Noctowl just sitting in the air.
I will say I kind of like Sugimori's Gen 3 era art from like Ruby and Sapphire and Fire and Leaf Green, I think that was like my favourite style that he's had. Nowadays he uses a similar colouring style, but his proportions tend to be like the thinner, taller kind of thing, which it still looks good. I just think like the proportions were much better around Gen 3 kind of time, at least to my preference.
Now, this is actually something that's probably quite useful to bring up, and I wish I'd be able to find the actual image or the Twitter thread that was about, but Ken Sugimori is not the only one who has done art for Pokemon. Obviously, but it's really going to annoy me now because it was really good comparison of pointing out all the different key artists.
Oh, I think I know that image. Yeah, this is going to be super annoying if you can't find it now.
I know, it's just because I had all the names in and oh my god. You guys just talk for a bit and I will see if I can actually find the bloody thing.
Okay, Flame, what's going on here then?
Basically, I just edited past about 3 floors because you do actually have to refight every trainer on the way back up. But here is our optional boss character. This is Miracle B. He is a Cypher peon who really admires Mirror B. And he has a really out of tune version of Mirror B's boss theme.
That's amazing!
It's fucking incredible. It's a shame he hasn't gone the whole hog with like using Ludicolo's and whatnot, but like he is a missable boss as well because once you've beat the game he disappears here, so you kind of have to come here maybe around this point in the game. I came here because I'm at about the right levels to fight him, so I'm not like overpowered, I'm not underpowered, I can just like take him on fairly.
Okay.
But yeah, this is like one of the odd little quirky bits of humour that this game has tucked away that I really do appreciate.
Why doesn't he just like buy an afro wig or something and put it over his helmet?
Because that would look really fucking weird.
Well, I mean, look at Miracle B. He styled his afro to look like a Pokeball. He's not winning any style competitions anytime soon. Yes, I know that's sacrilege. I don't agree with his lifestyle choices.
Oh, I can't trust that. That's bad taste. Well done, Electrode. You really helped the team there.
It's more annoying to Entei than anything, really.
Yeah, just like minor inconvenience.
I forgot all about Electrode's like Gen 1 and 2 3D animation where his eyes pop out of his head.
Yeah, like Electrode in the 3D games is just fucking hilarious in general. Like even in like Pokemon Snap when you throw shit at him and he gets really angry before he blows up, I fucking love that. Yes, he has a Seeking as well, so we've got our meme coverage.
Fuck yeah.
We've also got... yeah, fuck yeah.
Richie, did you fall down a hole? What's taking you so long?
I can't find it. It's just, I'm just looking for it, just going, why could you not just be easy to access for the love of God?
Well, focus on the battle now. What did you think of Miracle B, my pausing friend, blocking friend? What's the word I'm looking for here? Stalling friend, there we go. Oh, sorry, I stalled on the meaning of stall.
Oh, typical. Miracle B's quite funny. He's a really random thing. I do really like the design and that it is basically Mirror B's colours, but obviously he's only beginning to work on his afro.
Yeah.
But also I do love the just awful discordant version of the Mirror B theme. It's one of those things where you get to it just like, this is ridiculous.
But I like it. It's kind of like the E-rank music in Unleashed. It's terrible, but at the same time it's really interesting, you know?
I don't know whether you did officially state it, Flame, of the point where he can no longer be battled. Did you?
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay, I just wasn't listening then.
Yeah, like, once you've beat the game proper, you can't get back to him, which is kind of a shame, but I guess it's just, like, a thing that... I guess part of the charm is that it's hidden away, and, like, if you do decide to go back there and stumble upon it, it's like a little pleasant surprise more than anything.
Yeah, I have actually a somewhat similar example of like stuff like this happening. It's starting to become more well known like now, but in Kingdom Hearts 1, after you seal the Agrabah keyhole, go back to town. There will be 3 NPCs there that only turn up at that point in the game, because if you leave the world and come back, Heartless starts spawning again, and those villagers get the fuck out of Dodge.
I remember you tweeted something about that, and I was like, okay, they're NPCs, what gives? But that makes a bit more sense, I guess.
Well, there was a whole explanation there, Flame.
Yeah, but that means I actually read what you write. Fuck that, I'm just looking at the pictures.
God, this explains so much. Like, you create playthroughs by just... You don't read the text, you just look at the pretty images, and you're such a savant, you manage to blag your way through games.
I just use logic to guesstimate what's gonna happen next.
Guys, I found it. I found it! Right, so basically there are numerous people. So Ken Sugimori, you can tell it's his style because you've got choppy edged line art brush. Eyes always have a white spot above the pupil and a lighter area below it. And shading is never too detailed, and the edges have a mesh of lower opacity, especially with highlights. Obviously it's evolved over the years, but that's basically what you get. Yusuke Omura, you can tell it's his work because you get very slightly textured line art brush and smooth chopless curves, occasionally coloured line art, and the shading and highlight are cleaner than Sugimori's and used with more precision.
Gotcha.
Then you've got Yusuke Omura.
1 minute warning.
Oh no, that's already who did that one, that's fine. You have Megumi Mitsutani, who has textured line art brush with fading ends, glowy spots in the eyes, and pupil isn't black, and there are more detailed shading made with choppy, sharp brush strokes.
Okay.
You then have Take, who does minimalistic highlights, very sharp line art drawn with pressure sensitivity. The eyes aren't shaded, and Take uses sharp and clean shading edges as well as a few soft brushes.
Okay.
I will probably link this Tumblr page on Twitter so that it makes sense, because once you see it all in reality, you're just like, yes, I can totally see the difference.
Like, remind me to post that when the part comes out, and I'll pin the comment with the link or something.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm just going to shove it in chat right now, and then it's there.
Gotcha. Alright, guys, enough of this. Next time, more. Bye!